So, the August Frontier Unlocked event has just dropped and we do have some lovely new goodies to get excited about, and in true Chacho fashion, we're going to talk about them. But I didn't get to interact with any of the Gamescom stuff because I was busy touching grass. This was definitely the news dump that I needed. And so, the Path tool is the gift that keeps on giving. The line tool works a little bit like the road builder system in Cities Skylines, and it's the tool we've always needed. But the ability to draw an area and connect it with the same tool is just so good. There's going to be no more messing around to make interesting area transitions. There's just going to be so much we're going to be able to do with this tool. We no longer need to have a square plaza, we can just draw it all in instead. And recolorable paths, absolutely incredible, finally. I also still can't get over the fact that we can just place stuff on top of the path and it just integrates it. That's game changing, like literally game changing. There also seems to be a smoothing tool. Our janky attempts at plazas can just be cleaned up with the click of a button, and our plazas and paths can now be 12 meters wide. That's also amazing. It was awesome to see that the delete tool works in reverse to the build tool. That's a really nice touch. I do, however, want to see how this behaves on terrain though. I would kind of love to see a free angle slope tool for the stations. Guys, I spotted a stall. Not the 4x4 one, an actual stall. So I really like how the flume starts snap to the platform. We've got a number of them that we can use. The possibilities are going to be endless. We're not going to be limited to what we can have. The flume builder seems to work in the same way that the coaster builder does, and it's also going to generate supports as you go along. It was also previously confirmed that your flume doesn't need to exit into a pool, but we didn't actually see that on today's stream. So the support system for the flumes seems to be fairly robust too. Now I can't say I'm too keen on them being generated within the pool, but I'm sure we can use the stamp removal tool to actually correct that. Now the interesting thing we saw are the procedural stairs that attach to the platform. This is a really nice touch because it works similarly to the coaster entrance and exit tools, but it has also been confirmed that we can do our own as well. But I really do hope that these stairs features are not exclusive to the flumes. I think we need this for the coaster stations too. The new special effects pieces look amazing. The water jets are so much more fluid than the original game, and then the event sequencer. Oh my god, we can finally edit via a timeline. This is an absolute game changer. As someone who edits videos and music and hates to have to run through the whole thing to see how it looks, this is a massive improvement. It's also nice that the options we're familiar with are also there as well. It seems to run the same sequencer as Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I really can't wait to see what lovelies you guys create with this. Come on. Music festivals. Oh wow, a scenery brush, and this is the perfect lazy tool for us to use. We will no longer have to spam around all of those small bushes and rocks to make it feel natural. We can literally just paint them on. It's absolutely perfect. It seems to work with trees and rocks, and I also love that we can edit any of the items that have been placed down as part of it. Now we're going to see some interesting stuff with the scaling tool. We are talking bushes as trees and trees as bushes. We're not going to need DLCs at this rate, are we? And so the coaster builder, yes, it's that time. It's the big one we've all been waiting for. We have seen many more coasters in that list than we previously saw in other demos. I spy all sorts. An accelerator, the 4-seater invert, and there's some new ones in there that I can't wait to see more of. The coaster builder feels familiar with the original game, but it's seemingly more responsive. And the supports seem to be decent here as well. Plus all of our favourites are there. You know, the banking offset, catwalks, support options, and all of that sort of stuff. Now we haven't seen what that secret third entrance for the station is though. So answers on a postcard for that one. Oh, and switch tracks and drop tracks have also just been confirmed, and they weren't shown off, but they were actually confirmed with real words and everything. So this also suggests that swing launches are probably going to be a thing. Now, we need to keep this balanced. Is there anything I don't like from this deep dive? Well, yes. I don't like the supports for the flumes going into the pools, but we've talked about that already. I'm worried about the path tool on terrains and hills. We haven't seen how this new tool interacts with hills yet. I'm worried that the plaza tool can only be completed on flat land. We kind of saw this a little bit in the demo. I think we've just confirmed that the pre-built in versions can't be edited. What you see is what you get. I really wish we could edit the entry and exits to them. We really need continuous rolls on those corkscrews. I also can't say I'm a fan of the UI in its current format. Now I get that it's meant to be a cross-platform user interface, but it feels quite click heavy. And this last one is one that I really can't shake. I am really worried that pools aren't actually that popular within the community. The series I did was my least watched one, and there doesn't seem to be much excitement for it out there either. Now it is clear that there's lots of work and effort that's been put into this by Frontier to make Planet Coaster 2 great, but it just feels a little bit flat. Couple that with the feeling that there might actually be rollback from Planet Coaster 1, I think we might be in dangerous Cities Skylines 2 territory here. But do you know what? Overall, however, this is shaping up to be quite the sequel. This does seem to build on so much of the stuff within Planet Coaster 1, and I am so happy to see it all coming together. And remember, I'm also one of the creators with early access to this, so I'm going to be sharing news with you as soon as I got something to share. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you soon.